Good afternoon, everyone. Just wanted to know whether am I audible so that we could start up with the session. Am I audible? Okay, great. Fine. So today we will be talking about one of the common topic which you all are aware of, that is pronouns. So before starting with the pronouns, we'll discuss the different types of pronouns in this video, and firstly, I'll take you to the situation which will make you clear about what is pronoun actually and where and how it is used. So, let's discuss a situation about a girl named Sheila. Sheila is absent because Sheila is ill. Now, if we are discussing about any particular person and we are repeating the name of the person again and again, that is, if I'll repeat Sheila 5 or 10 times whenever I'm talking about her, won't look nice. That Sheila is absent because Sheila is ill, Sheila is gone out of station. Repeating the same word again doesn't look nice. So a word that is used to replace a noun is called pronoun. In this video, we will be discussing all about pronouns or the words which will be replacing the nouns. Now, if we discuss about some of the basic rules of pronoun, here we go. Yes, if the number of noun is singular, persons of male sex are referred to be by he, him, his और himself. अगर हम सिर्फ एक जने के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं और वो एक जना मेल है, so the words which we will be using is he, him, his, himself. And instead, if we talk about the female, we'll be using she, her, hers, and herself. On the other hand, if we are talking about non-living things, we will be using words such as it, its, and itself. So these are some of the common pronouns. We also term it as personal pronouns, which we use it in our day-to-day life, generally to indicate either non-living things or living things. Now, that was the situation when we were talking about singular. Now, if the number of noun is plural, that means more than one. The person of either sex, as also the non-living things, are referred to by they, them, their, theirs. So now it does not depend that whether the person is male, female, or it is a non-living thing as well. The pronouns you will be using in the case of plural when we are talking about more than one is you can either use they, them, their, or theirs. We'll be talking about them one by one in different situations. Now, this is one of an important point which you need to keep in mind, as many of you get confused regarding the neuter gender. Now, an animal is generally referred to by the neuter gender. That is, we cannot particularly categorize them as a female or male. We generally, if we talk about them, if we talk about cat or dog, we are just talking about neuter gender. So even if the noun denotes one sex only, for example, I watched the cow as it grazed peacefully. Now the cow over here can be male or female cow. कुछ परफेक्टली आपको मेंशन नहीं करा गया है कि हम मेल काउ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं या फिर फीमेल काउ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इन जनरल, we will term it as it. So I watched the cow as it grazed peacefully. Now, however, if there is something in the situation that draws attention to the sex of the animal, then he or she may be used. अगर आपको कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन दे रखी है जिससे आप समझ पा रहे हैं कि हम मेल काउ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं या फिर फीमेल काउ के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, तो सेम रूल अप्लाई होगा. जो हम मेल के लिए यूज करते हैं तो हम ही, हिम, these type of words we'll be using. And on the other hand, if we are talking about the female cow, the words like she, her we'll be using. So now if we talk about this example, there is a cow with her calf. Now they are just denoting the calf, or they are talking about the mother calf. Since they are talking about the mother cow, we have used the pronoun her over here. For animals which occur in a story, now if we're talking about a story or we are reading upon the story in which there are many animals as the characters, then in that particular case you will again be using he, she, these type of pronouns rather than it. For example, we have a monkey in the house. Have you seen him? Now we are denoting the monkey as him. Earlier we were denoting cow as her. And in general, we'll denote all the animals as it if their specific sex is not mentioned or they are not able to be related. Now, moving ahead to the different types of pronouns. We'll be talking about different types of pronouns one by one, and the foremost is the basic, that is the personal pronouns. So, the very first personal pronoun we'll be talking are the pronouns that refers to a specific person or thing in a sentence. When we are talking about a particular specific person, for example, I, you, he, she, it, they, we, all these are personal pronouns. For example, I went to the store after work. Now we are talking about the specific person, and that specific person is we ourselves. So we have used the pronoun I. You should not go to the class if you are sick. Now we are pointing to the particular person, you. So these type of pronouns are termed as personal pronouns, and some of the common examples are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, and all these. Now, moving ahead to the different next category of the pronoun is the possessive pronoun. Now, if we are talking about the possessive pronoun, we need to know where to use it. This shows ownership or possession. जब आप डिनोट कर पाए ये आपका है या उसका है, अगर आप डिनोट कर रहे हो कि ये उसकी चीज़ है या उसका ऑब्जेक्ट है, तो जो प्रोनाउन यूज होता है उस पर्टिकुलर केस में, इन दैट सिचुएशन इट इज टर्म्ड एज possessive pronoun. And some of the common example of possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. For example, now I am denoting a single object, that is the book. If I'll say this book is mine, मैं शो कर रही हूँ कि ये मेरी बुक है, मेरा पोजीशन है, मेरा ऑब्जेक्ट है. This book is mine. So over here, mine is what? Mine is a possessive pronoun कि ये मेरी बुक है. Simple possessive pronouns you need to know. Sometimes the question comes in exam that just fill up the possessive pronouns. So you need to know the different possessive pronouns. One more point which you need to keep in mind is the words his, her, and others derived from them are called possessive adjectives. They must agree in gender with the words which they refer back. The gender of these possessive adjectives has nothing to do with the nouns. For example, Ram gave a present to his mother. अब आपको एक सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल दिया गया है. अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं राम की, तो राम ने प्रेजेंट दिया उसकी मदर को. इधर हमने यूज करा है हिज मदर. अब डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज कि अगर मदर लिखा है तो हम हर यूज करेंगे बिकॉज मदर इज फीमेल. नो, दिस इज व्हाट वी आर डिनोटिंग कि आपको सिचुएशन के अकॉर्डिंग प्रोनाउन फिट करना है, जेंडर के अकॉर्डिंग उसमें एग्री करना है. राम गिव अ प्रेजेंट टू हिज मदर. नाउ सीता गिव अ प्रेजेंट टू her brother. Now, brother, for brother we will be using what? His, him, he, etc. But Sita ने अपने brother को दिया, and Sita is what? Sita is a female gender. So we have used the pronoun as her. So Sita gave a present to her brother as well as to her sister. अब सीता ने अपनी बहन को भी दिया है और सीता ने अपने ब्रदर को भी दिया है, sister and brother both. So for both the cases we are using her because we are talking about Sita. Now, one more example. The cycle was restored to its owner. Now, we were talking about the cycle, and as we have already talked, that the cycle is a non-living thing, and for the non-living thing, we will use the pronoun as its. So, these are all the examples of possessive pronouns, and in these situations, they have been used as possessive adjectives as well. Moving ahead to the next category of the pronoun are the demonstrative pronouns. Now, these type of pronouns are used to point out the object to which it refers. किस object को point out कर रहे हैं? This is an umbrella. That is a house. That is the Taj Mahal. These are the books I found in the bag. So I am pointing out to something in the different situation. जब मैंने बोला this is an umbrella, so I am pointing out umbrella कि ये एक umbrella है. So this is again used in the case of singular thing, when we are denoting a singular object or pointing out a singular object. That is a house again denotes what? It is again denoting singular object. But if we'll talk about those, they are usually used to denote plural object. For example, or for instance, I'll say, these are the books I found in the bag. So I'm talking about the books now. And for the books, the pronoun or the demonstrative pronoun I used is those or these. So these are the books. And for the plural demonstrative, we are using the words such as these or those. Moving ahead to the next type of pronoun is emphatic pronoun. Now, if we are talking about emphatic pronoun, it somewhat matches to the reflexive pronoun. Now, what is an emphatic pronoun, students? Emphatic pronouns put emphasis मतलब उस पे concentrate करता on the subject, is on the action of the subject, and further the action of the subject. उस person के बारे में बात कर रहा है और उसके action के बारे में भी denote कर रहा है. For example, I myself saw him. तो मेरा action भी बता रहा है कि मैंने ही उसे खुद देखा. So over here, I is personal pronoun and myself, मैं अपने लिए कौन सा pronoun लगाऊंगी? Myself. So some of the emphatic pronouns, first of all, we'll look upon the examples are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, if you're talking about in the case of plural, yourselves and themselves. These, if you're talking about selves, it will come up in the plural, but if you're talking about the singular, it will be self. Now, if we talk about she herself went to the doctor. Over there, she is the personal. हम उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. और herself over here is what? Herself is emphatic. So she herself went to the doctor for consultation. I myself saw him. Again, myself is the emphatic pronoun. He himself cut the cake. उसने खुद ही. So himself over here is the emphatic pronoun. Just remember, she, I, he are the personal pronouns, whereas the next word which is laying the emphasis is our emphatic pronoun, and emphatic pronouns and the reflexive pronouns usually ends up with self, or if you're talking about plural, then selves. Moving ahead to the next category of the pronouns is the reflexive pronouns. Now, if we talk about reflexive pronoun, is the type of the pronoun that is used as an object that refers back to the subject, जो आपको subject से ही indicate करे. I'll take up the simple example. He hurt himself. Over here, himself किसको डिनोट कर रहा है? आपके नाउन को, ही को. तो जो प्रोनाउन और द प्रोनाउन दैट इज रेफरिंग बैक टू द सब्जेक्ट is the reflexive pronoun. Now, some of the common examples of reflexive pronouns are the same as emphatic pronouns. Now, emphatic and reflexive pronouns are just the same. It's just the logic that where you need to use what. अगर आप दोबारा अपने सब्जेक्ट को इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं देन द टाइप ऑफ प्रोनाउन इज रिफ्लेक्सिव, और अगर कोई आपके एक्शन को एम्फेसिस कर रहा है, लेकर रहा है, देन इट इज एम्फेटिक प्रोनाउन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, I don't trust myself in tough times. Now over here myself is what? Myself is a reflexive pronoun और वो किसको डिनोट कर रहा है? I को, कि मैं अपने आप पे ट्रस्ट नहीं करता. तो किस पे ज़्यादा एम्फेसिस ले हो रहा है इसमें, किस पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दिया जा रहा है? I पर, जो आपका सब्जेक्ट है. सो इन दिस केस द प्रोनाउन यूज्ड इज द रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रोनाउन. He cuts himself while chopping the vegetables. तो उसने खुद को ही कट कर लिया अपने हैंड को while chopping the vegetables. Again, the point is concentrating upon he, the boy. Moving ahead to the next category of pronouns is, yes, indefinite pronoun. Now, as the word suggests, indefinite. Definite means you're sure of something, and indefinite when you're not sure. So, when the particular object or a pronoun that refers to a person or a thing in general way, किसी को definite way में indicate नहीं करे, generally अगर हम किसी की बात कर रहे हैं without being specific about a person or a thing, then the pronoun is indefinite, बिना किसी को specifically denote करे. Some of the common examples of indefinite pronouns are any, anyone, anything, each, everybody, everyone, everything, few, many, no one, nobody, none, several, some, somebody, someone. These all are the examples of indefinite pronouns. You are not denoting when you are not denoting a specific person. For example, I don't know anything about life. So उसे कुछ नहीं पता generally कि life में क्या हो जाए. So over there, anything is what? Anything is an indefinite pronoun. Someone gave me the book. Now he is not sure, or the person is not sure किसने दी है, किसी ने दी है. अब you do not know the person who he or she is. So the type of pronoun over here is someone, and someone denotes what? Someone again is denoting an indefinite pronoun. Okay, if I take some more examples, all went to Jaipur. Now all doesn't belongs to the person's names. all में कोई भी हो सकता है, हम denote नहीं कर सकते कि कौन से specific जने के बारे में या person के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. Again, if we talk about some have joined the party, the some are again not mentioned who have joined. So these are the examples of indefinite pronoun. Moving ahead to the last category of the pronouns which we'll be discussing today is the interrogative pronoun. Now the word interrogative is itself clear to you. The pronouns which will be used to ask the question, the pronouns which are used in the question are termed as what? They are termed as interrogative pronouns. For example, some of the examples, as you can see, the words, basically the question words: what, which, who, whom, whose, whatever, whichever, whatsoever. All these are some of the common examples of interrogative pronoun. For example, when will the game start? So we are just asking the question, kab. And in this case, the question word is what? The question word is the interrogative pronoun. What is that? If I'm asking, wo kya hai? Who is he? Wo kaun hai? So whenever I'm asking the question, whose bag is this? All these are the examples of interrogative pronoun. So this is all about the different types of pronouns. Now, if we will discuss about which pronoun needs to be inserted in different situations. For example, the poor boy has lost dash mother. So now you need to be clear and tell me about what pronoun will you fill in the first. The options are given to you in the question, that is his, her, its, or their. You need to tell which pronoun you will be using in the following questions mentioned above. So hurry up, tell me. The poor boy has lost dash mother. Up, we are talking about a boy, and for the boy, among the following, first of all, it is singular, and secondly, it's about the male. Yes. So the poor boy has lost his mother. In the first situation, we will be using his because we are talking about the boy. See, right now we discussed in this case it doesn't depend upon the mother. It depends upon the subject we are talking about, the poor boy. Next, I am 2 years older than dash mother. I am 2 years older than dash mother. Over here, अब मैं उसकी mother से 2 साल बड़ी हूँ. अब that particular person is not mentioned. So in this particular situation, you can either write his or her. मैं उसकी, if you are talking about the female, then you can write her. If you are talking about the male, you can write his. Now, my cannot be used. I am, how can we be 2 years older than our mother? So this would be wrong in this case. Now, Ram has taken dash wife to the doctor. Ram has taken. Ram ने अपनी wife को लेके गए हैं. So Ram is what? Ram is a boy. So over here, Ram has taken his wife to the doctor. Yes. Next, the manager asked the visitors to wait outside dash office. Now we are talking about the manager. Yes, to wait outside his office. उसके office के बाहर wait करने को कहा. Have you seen dash pen anywhere? क्या आपने exactly in this particular situation, in the case of manager, or if you talk about have you seen dash pen anywhere, we can use either of the following. We can either use his or her, because जब तक specify नहीं किया गया है that we're talking about a male or a female, we can use his or her, both of the following in those situations. Now, these are some of the examples. Yes, the manager can be female too, so you can use her. That's perfectly fine. Next, in the next question, you have to fill the possessive pronouns. Sita has returned the book which you lent. Now, the different type of possessive pronouns which we discussed were mine, yours, ours, his, hers. These were the different types of possessive pronouns. You need to solve these exercises and comment in the chat box about the answers. Let's see who make it correct and who will tell up the correct answers in the chat box. This will end up our first sessions of the pronouns, though we'll be continuing it up in the next session too. Till then, bye bye everyone. And yes, you need to learn. If you will learn, you will grow, because the learning process continues until the day you die. You keep on learning every day. Further, yes, please do share the video if you do like it, and like and subscribe. Thank you for giving your precious time